Hi, so this is a quick refresher on how to do your works cited page. So remember, it should be its own page and it should be the last page of your paper. So just make a page break at the end of your paper, and that's where your works cited page should go. So what I would do if I were you is come over to Schoology, to the To Kill a Mockingbird folder, and use your source sheets. Now remember, you only put in the source citations for the sources that you ended up using in your paper. You do not put in every single piece of research that you read. So come down and look for the source sheets that you ended up using in your paper. I know a lot of you guys ended up using the Smykowski article, so you would just open up the Smykowski source sheet from Schoology, and the source citation is at the very top. So I would just copy this, hit Control C, come back over to your document and paste it in. And then again, go back over to Schoology and then find any other source citations that you used in your paper. So for example, if you used, for example, the Novels for Students article, you would come in here to the source sheet, and let's say I used the section by Darren Felty. I would come down and copy this. Now, the entries in your works cited page need to be in alphabetical order. So Felty comes before Smykowski, so I am going to paste this in above. We also need a source citation for the book. And since you guys already turned in your books, I just made a source citation for you. So if you scroll to the bottom of the To Kill a Mockingbird folder, you will see a link here that says source citation for the novel. If you click on this, you can simply copy and paste this source citation. So since Lee comes in between Felty and Smykowski, I'm just going to paste it in between. So now it's time, whoops, that did not copy. Let me get rid of this. We go back over to this source citation here, and let me try this one again. So I'm going to copy this. Hopefully it works this time. There we go. And so now it's time to format. So again, it all needs to be in 12-point Times New Roman font. So I'm going to switch that to Times New Roman. I'm going to switch this to 12-point. And we also need to double space it, so I can drop this down and click double. So we should not have any extra spaces in between our sources. So I'm going to back that up. And you'll notice that the Darren Felty one is bold. So I'm just going to highlight everything. I'm going to hit bold and bold everything. I'm going to hit bold again. And that makes everything not bold. So now it's time to do the hanging indent, which can be a little bit tricky in Google Docs. So just highlight the first source citation here, the Darren Felty, and then what you want to do, you'll notice that there are numbers across the top. What you want to do is grab this triangle right here for the margin mover, and you want to drag it halfway between the 0 and the 1 to where it says 0.5. And then click in front of Felty's name, and then you want to take the rectangle and then drag it back to 0. And that will just move it back. Lee is fine because it's a one-line citation. We're going to do the same thing for Smykowski. So we are just going to highlight the source citation. We're going to take the triangle and drag it to 0.5. And then we're going to click in front of Smykowski's name. I'm going to take the rectangle and I am going to, sorry, my mouse is being a pain in the backside here. So I'm going to click in front of Smykowski's name, grab the rectangle, and I'm going to move it back to 0. And now I've got my hanging indent. The last thing I need to do is give it a title. It should say Works Cited And then I just need to center that, and then I'm done.